Hi guys, today we're going to graph a parabola and we're going to find the vertex and the x and y intercepts to help us determine what the graph looks like. So here's our example. We're going to graph f of x equals x squared minus 8x plus 10. This equation is in the quadratic form, the ax squared plus bx plus c form, so we have to use those techniques to find our points. So first we're going to find the vertex. We know that if it's in standard form, the x-coordinate of the vertex is minus b over 2a. In this case, b is negative 8, a is 1, so these negative signs cancel and we end up with 4 for our x-coordinate. Y-coordinate is found just by plugging in the x-coordinate in for x. That should give us our y, so f of negative b over 2a in this case is f of 4, so just plug in 4 into our original. We get 4 squared minus 8 times 4 plus 10, which is going to be negative 6, so our vertex is the point 4, negative 6. I'm going to go ahead and plot that. So here is my vertex for negative 6. We could just go ahead and draw our parabola right now because we know that the a value of the parabola is 1, so it's just the standard parabola shifted 4 to the right and down 6 to give its vertex at 4, negative 6. But let's go ahead and plot the x and the y intercepts. That'll give us a little better idea of what the graph will look like. Okay, the y-intercept is the easy one, so we know every point on the y-axis has an x-coordinate of 0, so we just plug in 0 for x or evaluate f of 0. And when you do that, the first and second terms are always going to be 0, and the answer is always going to be the c value, or the constant term. In this case it's 10. So our y-intercept is 0, 10. Let's go ahead and plot that. So let's plot our y-intercept to 0, 10, which seems reasonable. The parabola will open to the left up here, so it's going to get pretty steep as it moves away from the vertex. We're expecting our x-intercepts to be around here and here, so let's go ahead and find those and plot them. So to find your x-intercepts, you're going to set f of x equal to 0. The same thing as setting y equal to 0. We know every point on the x-axis has a y-coordinate of 0. So we set f of x equal to 0. We have this situation. It looks like we cannot factor the right side. So there are no two numbers whose product is 10 and whose sum is negative 8. So we're going to have to use the quadratic formula to solve this. So our b is negative 8, our a is 1, and our c is 10. So our solution looks like this. Inside of the square root we've got 64 minus 40, which is 24. Remember, if what's inside of your square root, called the discriminant, is negative, then you will have no x-intercepts on the graph. It'll either be a parabola that has a vertex above the x-axis and opens up, or a vertex that is below the x-axis and opens down. In this case, our discriminant is positive. That means we will have two x-intercepts. The square root of 24 simplifies to 2 square root of 6. Then we can factor a 2 out of the numerator and cancel with the 2 in the denominator, and it looks like our two solutions are 4 plus and minus the square root of 6. If we use a calculator to find the decimal approximation, it looks like our two x-intercepts are going to be 1.550 and 6.450. So let's go ahead and plot those. So here are our two x-intercepts. We've got that's the 1.550, and here is our other one. It's going to be 6.450. So now we have a really good idea of what our parabola is going to look like. It's going to rise from the vertex across the x-axis at this point. On the left side branch of the parabola, it's going to rise across the x-axis here and across the y-axis up here. So our final curve looks like that. That's just the standard parabola shifted 4 to the right and down 6. Alright, that's all for today.